There's a hidden game, being played in every conversation you've ever had. A game of control, influence, domination. Dark psychology is the blueprint manipulators use to control outcomes, bend decisions, and make you feel like it was all your idea. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to expose the exact tactics used by master manipulators, so you can spot them, use them, or defend against them. This isn't theory. This is raw psychological warfare. If you're easily offended by power, strategy, or control, this video isn't for you. Let's pull back the curtain. Tactic 1 starts now, and it's something you've probably fallen for this week. The illusion of choice is the silent killer of free will. The manipulator doesn't force your decision, they frame it. Example. Imagine a boss who says, "You can either stay late tonight or come in early tomorrow." It feels like you're in control, but either way, parents do it, salespeople do it, high-level manipulators live by it. They control not what you choose, but how you choose. You're giving up your time. That's not a choice. That's a funnel. They offer you 2 or 3 options, but all roads lead to their desired outcome. Tactic 2. Gaslighting, rewriting your reality. Gaslighting isn't just lying, it's psychological warfare. The manipulator doesn't just deny the truth, they replace it. They chip away at your memory, your perception, your instincts, until you start asking, "Am I the crazy one?" That's their win. If they can shake your confidence in your own mind, they don't need to control your actions. You'll start policing yourself. A gaslighter doesn't break you overnight. They drain you one doubt at a time, until reality becomes negotiable. Tactic 3. Love bombing, the Trojan horse of manipulation. It starts with obsession, overwhelming affection. They call you perfect. They say you're the one. You feel seen like never before. But what feels like love is a setup. Love bombing is emotional overdrive. It's not about you. It's about power. They flood your brain with dopamine, hijack your nervous system with intensity so you bond fast, hard and deep. And once you're hooked, the switch flips. Suddenly, you're chasing the high, wondering what you did wrong. That's how they trap you. You're no longer seeking love, you're seeking their approval. They control the supply, and you become addicted to the reward. Tactic 4. Gaslighting, warping your reality. It's not that you're forgetful. It's not that you're too sensitive. It's not your fault. But they'll make you believe it is. They don't need to isolate you physically. They isolate you from yourself. You become dependent on them for what's real and what's not. And once they control your perception, they control you. Gaslighting is psychological sabotage. The manipulator denies your reality. "I never said that. You're imagining things. You're being dramatic." Over time, you question your memory, your instincts, even your sanity. Tactic 5. Love bombing, the bait of affection. They flood you with affection, compliments, attention, adoration. It feels like a dream, but dreams can turn to nightmares. Once they've got you hooked, the tide turns. The affection is withdrawn. You chase it. You question what you did wrong. You become compliant just to feel that love again. That's the trap. Love bombing is a manipulation tactic disguised as devotion. In the beginning, you're their everything. Fast texts, constant praise, overwhelming interest. It feels euphoric, addictive. But that's the point. Tactic 6. Triangulation, the puppet master's favorite game. Want to control someone? Make them feel like they're not the only one. That's triangulation. The manipulator brings a third party into the mix, real or fabricated. An ex they still talk to. A friend who understands them better. Or even someone they compare you to, just to spark insecurity. Now you're competing, proving your worth, trying harder. And every time you fight for their approval, they gain power. They make you question your value. And while you're busy chasing validation, they sit on the throne untouched. Tactic 7. Gaslighting, the reality rewriter. Gaslighting is psychological warfare disguised as concern. It doesn't break your body, it breaks your reality. The manipulator lies, twists facts, and denies what they've clearly done. That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. Over time, you stop trusting your own memory, your perception, your instincts. The goal? Make you question everything so they can feed you their version of truth. When someone controls your mind, they don't need to control your body. You'll hand over your power willingly. Tactic 8. The silent treatment. Weaponized withdrawal. Silence isn't always peace. In the hands of a manipulator, silence is punishment. The silent treatment is used to create uncertainty, anxiety, and desperation for reconnection. It's not about cooling off, it's a power play. By withholding attention, affection, or answers, the manipulator conditions you to fear their silence more than their rage. You'll do anything to break it, even if it means surrendering your self-respect. They teach you. Their silence is louder than your voice. And that's how control begins. Tactic 9. Emotional blackmail. Guilt as a chain. They don't need to raise their voice. All they need to do is make you feel like a traitor. Emotional blackmail works like this. If you really cared about me, you'd do this. Or, after everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. And these aren't just words. They're shackles. They rewrite generosity as debt. Loyalty becomes a trap. Love becomes a currency to manipulate. And once you buy into their guilt, you start apologizing for things you didn't even do. That's the goal. Tactic 10. Identity erosion. Rebuilding you in their image. This is the end game. Not control of your actions, but control of who you are. Over time, master manipulators don't just want to influence what you do. They aim to rewrite your identity, subtly, piece by piece. They start small, mocking your beliefs, undermining your confidence, questioning your memory. And then, they offer you a better version of yourself. Their version. That's not love, that's not guidance. That's psychological colonization. And by the time you notice, it feels too late to fight. Now you see the game. 10 tactics. One goal, control. But knowledge is the antidote. Recognize the moves. Break the pattern. Reclaim your mind. If you found this eye-opening, subscribe now, because next time we're exposing how to turn the tables.